stop, great God, stop, still and listen to the story about Jezebel. Sin was so wicked, Jehovah got angry. So went leaping and jumping in hell. We back yonder in the olden days. John told it.
Hi everyone, Morten Ostad here. Welcome to another video from me. This is sort of an unboxing video, I suppose, but it's tied in with some of you may have watched my video from roughly a week or so ago about Alan Wilder, Depeche Mode post Alan Wilder, and his project Recoil. And I showed my very first Recoil album on vinyl, which I recently got, which was Unsound Methods, the 1997 album, his first release after leaving Depeche Mode. And it got quite a fair amount of views, so thank you so much for that. I've gotten some nice comments. Couple of days after, I went to my favorite secondhand record shop, Råkk Rålls, here in Oslo, next to the Parliament and the Norwegian Parliament. And I ended up buying some singles, and that's kind of what I went there for. But I also looked for some specific things. But something that I wasn't looking for was that they had put new bins in a different section with, electronic music. Depeche Mode was even there, and they had like Nitzer Ebb and other stuff in there. So while I was, flipping through, I thought, hey, well, wouldn't it be funny if there was some Recoil here now that I've just talked about them or it on a YouTube video? And lo and behold, there was. But it was a very substantial price on this thing. It was, I'll show you in a moment. But then a funny thing is, the day after that, when I was holding it in my hand, a viewer commented and said that he enjoyed my video, and he was a part-time musician, and he actually met Alan Wilder on various occasions, because he said he was the guy who designed the cover for the record I'm now going to show. So that was kind of funny. But, I kind of pushed it out of my mind because, like I said, it was quite expensive. But I've been meaning to sort of clean up and get rid of some clutter around here, because I'm doing various things in my life right now. I mentioned I got some meetings that pertains to some things, and this week I contacted someone which about a fairly big change in my existence, and I also said, try and pick some things you don't have any need for anymore, and see if either you could throw. I've actually emptied my my loft. What do you call it? Bod in English. Rooms that people in flats and buildings with flats have either in their basement or in their lofts or both, that they end up filling up with clutter. I've actually had that completely emptied, so that felt very good. And then I grabbed. I had a lot of t-shirts and clothing that I don't fit anymore, and haven't for many years, although some of it are actually starting to fit again, because I lost some weight over the past months. So I just grabbed quite a few rock music related stuff. Some of them actually never fitted, but I bought them at concerts, because they weren't any bigger sizes. And then I grabbed some books written by musicians that I've already read. And, music is the most important part for me. So I'm trying to lower, the amount of books and DVDs and stuff around my place, because they're not even for display anymore, because I don't have room to display them, so they end up in cupboards. So I did that, and what else did I? Yeah, I did grab some DVDs as well. And then I went to Råkk Rålls and asked them, and I did that today. I've been putting it off for a couple of days. And I went there and I said, is this anything you need? And I told them that I had the woman that was working there, that I had already called ahead about the t-shirts, and you guys said you were interested. And then just before I talk, and then yeah, was it just before I talked to her, or I don't remember now, but I went back to look for that box that I was keen on getting, thinking that whatever I handed in will help pay for part of it, and then I'll see if I can afford the rest, because I was thinking I'll probably get, maybe I'll be lucky and get 300-400 Norwegian kroner for this. And although I was hoping for a little more, because there was also a Pearl Jam vinyl record in between this other stuff, and the reason for that is that it was the first repressing of No Code that I bought from Pearl Jam, and for various reasons I ended up with two more later, and I just, this one was almost identical to the other one, but it didn't have colored vinyl. And then the third one also had a different color vinyl, but some different stuff. So I put in that as well. And then I go back and I look at the box, and I thought it cost 1,000 kroner. But I looked at it, and it actually cost 1,500 kroner. So I thought, well, I'm not getting that today then. And then I go back, and she calls me over and said, yeah, well, I'll look through it. And she told me, now you can't get any, because I asked just to get exchange money, not get money, because that usually gives you more. And she'd said that, no, the DVDs, you have to get other DVDs for that. We don't do but apparently the DVDs weren't that bad after all. And she handed me a note. And on that note, it said, we can give you 1,500 kroner for what you've handed in. So I went straight for the bin with the record, the box, even though I was very tempted to get another one and then pay extra. But, I had decided upon this today. So this is what I got. It's Recoil Selected. And there you see. So I kind of got this for free. Well, it depends on how you look at it. But let's have a look at this, shall we?
I'm gonna walk on up to heaven. I'm sure it's seen it there. Might be the last dead man to make it here. Yes, I know it. I'll get there.
So the Recoil stuff that I have from previously on CD are all post Depeche Mode stuff. There are 3, I think, prior to that I don't own. It's Unsound Methods on CD, and Liquid, and the final one, Subhuman. But he did release a compilation called Recoil Selected, the best stuff, if you like, which was a 2 CD with remixes. Now, is this something I really need? Yes, I do. Like you noticed in my video about Alan Wilder, he's very important to me as a musician, and the work he did with Depeche Mode, and I love the work with Recoil. And the moment I saw this, I was immediately thinking, I have to have this. And, I gave up some stuff for it today, but like I said, it was t-shirts that I wouldn't, in most cases, be able to wear anymore, and I haven't for a decade and a half in some cases. The books I'd already read, the Pearl Jam vinyl album, I have 2 more, as well as a couple of CDs, so I'm good there. And the movies, I've seen them. I was never going to watch those again. So here we are. Look at this. Very good looking box set. when did this come out? 2010, yeah. His last work with the Recoil stuff that we know of was in 2007, which was this Subhuman, and this compilation 2010, yeah, 2010. And well, he's basically said that he seems to be retired from the music industry, and he said, I can't keep making music that costs me money to get out there. And yeah, that seems to be his view on it. So there we are. So it says here it's a limited edition and appears to be numbered. I don't know what kind of numbers we're talking here. This is 672. And this is the cover as I remember it from the CD. So we got some artwork. And then we have, your sort of inner sleeve type information, songs, and, tracks written by Alan Wilder and mostly some other person. In many cases, I think also the lyricist would be that person. So we got stuff from Unsound Methods and Bloodline. Oh, we got stuff here from Bloodline as well, which was prior to him leaving Depeche Mode, 1992. It's sparse, but it's very nicely made, and it's pretty. I like it a lot. So here it says that the Recoil project was born in 1986 as a 2-track experimental EP, simply entitled 1+2. The collection of primitive demos was conspicuously released as a mini-album on 12-inch vinyl. The early recordings were undertaken as an antidote to my work with the Depeche Mode, a way to alleviate the frustrations of always working within a pop format. As the project developed, I realized that not only did I want to pursue the creation of soundscapes without boundaries and without compromise, but that in order to complete the pictures, I would need to introduce voices and words. Over the years since, I've been fortunate enough to cement working relationship with many writers, vocalists, and musicians, most of whom appear in this release. The most significant work has evolved since 1996. Free from former commitments, I began operating from my own studio, The Thin Line, and at my own pace, gradually piecing together what would become Unsound Methods, Liquid, and Subhuman. Over the course of the last 10 years, I have been ably accompanied by Paul Kendall, who brings his idiosyncratic view of the whole procedure. This collection is made up of my personal favorites, remastered and edited together into what I consider a cohesive and total listening experience. The filmic aspects of Recoil music are important to me. My aim is for the listener to be drawn in over a period of time and transported to a special place, which I really find that I agree. This is an assessment, if you like, was what I was trying to convey in my video. So, of course, this was written by Alan Wilder. Yeah. So the hydrology /1+2 are available on vinyl, or were anyway, and those, if I remember correctly, were 3 EPs then tied together as one. So those were the pre-Depeche Mode, or what he made while he was in Depeche Mode, while Bloodline, Unsound Methods, and Liquid. No, sorry, and Bloodline came after, and then Unsound Methods, Liquid, and Subhuman were post Depeche Mode work. So there you are. And sorry, this is taking longer than I had planned, but just wanted to make sure I read that since I found that. Oh, here we are. C plus D, it says. There's 4 vinyl records in here. Let's see if there's anything. No, we have black inner sleeves, and the vinyl looks to be the same in old. He said, and it weren't, because these were white in color, whilst the others appears to have a well, half of them are this color. So there will be some soundscapes to listen to for me now, and like I said, I'm really happy to have this box set in my Depeche Mode, Alan Wilder adjacent collection. And I hope you enjoyed my little story of how I ended up getting this today. And again, if you have any questions, or if you have any, Recoil Alan Wilder sort of thoughts you want to share with me, that's great. Thank you to my new subscribers I've gotten lately. It's very nice. Welcome. And shout out to everyone. And I hope you are doing well, and hope to talk to you soon in another video.